Water truck prices have doubled in the most residential neighborhoods in the capital Sana'a. The rise in water trucks comes at a time when the world celebrates the World Water Day. More on that is in the following report.
Humans cannot survive with no water. Today, the world celebrates Water Day to raise awareness of the global water crisis. The value of water is about much more than its price. Water has enormous and complex value for our households, food, culture, health, education, economics, and our natural environment. Yemen, on the other hand, has no access to basic services like having clean and safe water. Yemen suffers from serious environmental problems in both water and land resources. With regard to water, Yemen has limited natural freshwater resources and insufficient supplies of drinking water. Since the beginning of the current conflict, women and children have had to walk long distance just to collect a few liters of water for their families. Yemenis have suffered with the lack of water due to the increasing prices of water tanks, which are now the main source of water. The country's healthcare, water, sanitation, and hygiene systems has collapsed completely. Proper sanitation, hygiene, and safe water supplies have never been more urgent, particularly for the country's most vulnerable populations. Limited water access in Yemen resulted in the spread of diseases and epidemics due to the lack of hygiene. About 19.3 million people lack access to safe water. Only 10% of displaced individuals have access to secure washroom. 9.4 million people are in need for wash services. An outbreak of diseases like cholera and malaria, as in 2021, UNICEF suspected 26,981,000 cases of cholera. Families are forced to travel long distance in search of public water supplies and working wells. Sometimes, despite their best efforts, they are left without water for several days and suffer the effects of dehydration and lack of sanitation. Yemen's water crisis and its interaction with the conflict will continue to drive the country further to a humanitarian collapse. As Ramadan sets in, people in Yemen are left with no food and water, which leaves them in a dire condition.